Done. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
And you sound amazing.
Oh,
5,
yay. 4,
3,
2,
and 1.
1.
Hello world, here's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, bienvenue, welcome to the Happy Hour.
Welcome back, Happy Hour listeners. I am recording right now. Perfect. All right, I just wanted to make sure. My name's David Auger. I am at Glaucus123 on Twitter. Metal Dave 01 on Instagram, and Metal Dave on Blue Sky, and Threads Metal Dave 01. Anyway, I'm joined as always by Veronica.
Yeah. I'm at CHILE_pepper on Twitter, Chili Pepper no _ on Blue Sky, and Chili_pepper on Threads and Instagram.
And we're the Happy Hour. At Happy Hour on Twitter. Happy Hour Pod on Instagram. Happy Hour Pod, I guess, on Threads too now. YouTube.com/Happy Hour and happyhour.com.
Sweet.
Yeah, awesome. We did it. That was a good intro. And
Okay,
good
I'm
Lord.
joking.
Nothing happened this week.
Golf.
Golf did happen today, but it was so non-consequential that there's nothing to even talk about. It's kind of interesting how in the past, the golf tourney seemed to have some sort of drama with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't recall there being any spectacle last year, but this year it happened and I didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah, well, I think at least part of it for me is that I've turned off Twitter. I've turned off all my notifications. So I don't go get Habs news anymore unless I go looking for it. And so I went looking for it today. I think part of it is kind of being offline as far as Twitter is concerned, even though they are posting on Threads.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, they've been pretty consistent about putting info on Threads as well as Twitter. Actually, I'm going to see if they did something in particular today on Threads. It's going to take me a moment to find it, I bet. And they did not do it. So it's not 1 for 1.
okay.
I lied. They did do it, actually. They shared the intro that our great and esteemed Michel Lacroix put together. La Voix de Canadien Montréal.
And also, like, did anybody besides Michael Pizzetta and Jordan Harris go? Those are the only pictures I saw.
No idea. Zero idea.
And Michelle, and Yvan Conway was there as well.
Oh, yeah. And I also believe that the current and great Guy Carbonneau was there as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't
think.
see him in the collage of pictures on Instagram.
Unless I'm thinking of like another picture that I saw of him today. But I'm like,
Okay.
if there's pictures that went out of Guy Carbonneau, I'm sure it was golf related.
Yeah.
Because he is long since retired.
Yep. That's what he's always doing.
But he shut down Wayne Gretzky for the 93 Cup.
Fucking rights.
Mm-hmm. Remember putting your code. Might as well do that weekly now. The code today for Club 1909 is hockey. HOCKEY hockey. You can put the code in on the Club 1909 website, which is club1909.com, and also through the Canadians app, which is something that I don't use relatively often, except now to get the weekly code, because that's the only way that they announce it. The weekly code gives you 10 points. So, if you do it every week for a year, you get 520 points. Congratulations. What do you get for 520 points? Let's see.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Well, let's see, Veronica. I'm using my phone right now.
Oh, I got my Guy Lafleur bobblehead.
No shit.
Yes.
That came quick.
They did.
Oh my God. That's amazing. Mine should be coming in sometime soon. I know I got a bobblehead and a beach towel.
They've got a great big Rona ad on there. Do you guys know what Rona is?
I have mine on my Yvonne Lambert one as well.
Yeah. Rona's like a Home Depot, but for Canada.
Oh.
Yes.
What an unfortunate name.
I know.
It's kind of funny because you remember, of course, our weekend before COVID happened. I went to the Corona Theater to see a show,
That's right.
and that was also unfortunately named.
Yeah.
So for 520 points, you can get nothing.
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 My bobblehead cost me 10,000 goddamn points or something like that. How much was it?
3,700.
Holy shit.
Might as well have been 10,000 though.
Well, it doesn't matter.
However,
worth
the thing is, the rewards that they offer on Club 1909 are really interesting and cool. I always figured. Like they have a bunch of like shirts that you're not gonna find anywhere. Like they're not gonna be on Tricolor. So just whenever you're on the app, like the backpacks alone, geez, I got a backpack through 1909, and
Yeah.
I did like years ago. I still use the thing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this last week too quite a bit, but now I'm like more laser focused on it.
I am more during the season because I log in to make my predictions and I'll do
Right.
the daily quiz and do all that stuff.
Yep, that's right.
But
And
like really in the off season.
and anything that you buy at Tricolor, if you link up your 1909 club code, it also gives you points towards dollars spent or something like that as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And also,
Oh
the way
yes, with my receipt they sent me 15 points.
look at that. So many points to get. I think the Habs brass were getting kind of wise for people that were taking advantage of the 1909 points because they're like, hey, make sure you put in your code every week, and they would announce it every week on Twitter.
Yeah.
Now they don't.
No, they don't.
Or the
No, they
Twitter admin just got lazy. Who knows?
Yeah, they should incentivate us to log into their app more, like
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
more engagement.
So the way that I accumulate so many points, because I have oodles of points,
Yeah.
is that at some point during the season, well, before the season starts, they have things called subscriptions under Club 1909. And they're things like, can I click into it or can I just have to wait? For example, earn 5 points for every hit Josh Anderson dishes out throughout the entire season. That's a good amount of points. Jake the Snake, 1 point for every save Jake Allen makes. Makes sense. Caulfield scores, 75 points for every goal he scores. Fine, easy, that's bank.
Yeah.
And just a ton of stuff like that. Yeah, somebody gets a hat trick, it's like 100 points, and just a ton of stuff like that.
I think I did that one year for Gallagher.
Yeah, I know. I think you can buy them all at once for maybe. It's not cheap. It's like $80 or $90 US. I remember I doled out on that. But I figured,
Yeah.
hey, if I'm getting a bunch of free shit through the point thing, because the thing is, eventually they do put things on Club 1909, like watch the game from the press box, and it's like, oh, that's cool. It's also quite expensive point wise,
Yeah.
but it's like compared to a ticket in the press box for two,
Yeah.
mind you,
Yeah.
you and a friend. So it's pretty cool. And I really want to do that this season. God damn it.
Remember going up there when we toured the Bell Center?
Oh yeah.
It's so surreal.
Oh, it's so fun. I've been
Yeah.
hawking Montreal and everything hockey related to a bunch of friends of mine, like my buddy Ben, who went with me to Toronto for a rave, but he also went to the Hockey Hall of Fame. I explained to him the Hockey Hall of Fame would not exist without the Montreal Canadiens. Half the museum is them.
Yeah.
So there's that. And also my friend Sarah, who joined us this past weekend to, another rave and also do some touristy stuff. She's like, I want to watch hockey. I'm like, okay, watch the Habs. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
So at some point, we'll probably catch a game. Ensemble. And there it is. Gary Price went to a youth camp thing for kids and shook hands. That was cool.
Cool.
Yep.
Where was this? Well, around here's probably.
Oh yeah, it was actually Carey Price surprises youngsters at the Canadiens hockey school at the now CN Sports Complex, formerly the Sports Complex Brossard, I think it was called. I don't
Yeah.
even remember. And so yeah, he was just there handing out Under Armour stuff to kiddos. Pretty funny. Good for him.
Once when I was talking about on Twitter,
Mm.
I was saying something about Brassard, like talking about where they were practicing or whatever today. And I said at Brossard,
Mm.
and a guy jumped in and told me he said just say Brossard because that's the name of the city, not the building. And I was like, oh,
Really? Huh.
yeah.
Okay. I guess that's the way to do it. It's a
So listeners, confirm this for me, please.
Yeah, really.
Because I always thought that's the way that's the way they talked about it on TSN 690. So I think
Mhm.
that's probably where I got it.
Interesting. Speaking of
Yeah.
listeners, big shout outs to a few of them whose names I have to now dig up. But apparently there are hundreds of Costco's on the
Jason.
island of Montreal.
Yeah, Jason, my buddy Jason.
Oh, thanks, Jay. But we also had a comment on YouTube from somebody. Oh gosh. I didn't even
Oh,
think of it to bring
I
it
think
up.
I saw that one too.
Yeah, aside from the ones
love
like,
it
you
when you
guys don't
comment
know
on our
anything
stuff,
about
you guys.
hockey. And I'm like, well, fuck off. Summer on YouTube. That's the only name we got. Summer.
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 Thanks, Summer.
Thank you, Summer. Costco is about 4 miles from the Bell Center. Duh. Idiots.
Wow.
Thanks, Summer. I had no idea.
Thanks,
Oh my
Summer.
God.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm never looking for a Costco when I'm in Montreal. I'm looking for other things.
And you know what I did?
What did you do?
The day after we recorded, I was catching up with my second favorite podcast, My Favorite Murder, and
Nice.
they literally mentioned Costco hot dogs on that episode. It was from like 2 weeks before, but I hadn't heard it yet.
Damn it.
Like Costco hot dogs are a thing, dude.
Oh, I know they're a thing, but I'm like, they
Yeah.
can't. I mean, they better be steamed or else.
Yeah, I'm quite sure they are.
They would have to be. How else
'Cause I
would they
don't
be
like,
that
like,
amazing?
Like, like fried hot dogs. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, not much into that. I'm also picky about what skin a hot dog uses
Yes.
as well. I'm pretty
Oh
picky
no,
on
these hot dogs are amazing.
that.
Last time we had some at the store. We went back into the store to buy the package
Huh.
because it's so good.
Excellent. Good call.
I'm not a hot dog snob.
Dog
I'll have
snob.
them for a year.
Call yourself a dog snob?
I said I'm not a hot dog snob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, the name of the episode is now Dog Snob. That's what we're gonna do. Aside from that, we are woefully low on any sort of Habs news that's happening aside from some players going to Lasso.
And Logan Mailloux.
Cleared to play. I forgot that happened last week. I said I can't wait to talk about it on next week's episode of the Happy Hour. Logan Mailloux
Yeah.
was cleared by the NHL to play, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever system the NHL, which is one of the most progressive sports leagues on the planet, must have been rigorous for the young man to understand the fault in his ways.
I go back to it.
We will
and
never know.
we'll never know. But there's a couple of things that conversations that I saw happening on Twitter about him, and about how the women in the organization are involved with this process, and it's just kind of like, I mean, Gary Bettman, what the fuck ever, man. But like he gladly participated in all of this rehabilitation stuff, and I happen to think second chances. He's such a young kid. Like I remember, it was so foggy because there was so much outrage over it, primarily towards Marc Bergevin, that everybody loves to hate, other fan bases and Habs fan base alike. But like he put out like that heartfelt letter saying that he was not ready. He did not want to be drafted, and it was very well written and seemed very sincere. And that got glossed over because he got picked anyway. But
Yeah,
like, I think
Go ahead.
there's another fellow there who writes for The Athletic who talked about how it was sexual assault, and I'm not a survivor, okay, so I can't speak to that, but it's just it was a tweet by Mark Dumont who put down what he was convicted of or charged with, and just literally what that was. And it's like, no, you have to call it sexual assault. And it's just like, well, that's not exactly what he was charged with. Like, he was actually just being a good reporter, reporting what it is.
Yeah,
And there's still a big brouhaha around this guy.
the thing about that is that Frank Saravalli's article that came out at the time that it happened was
Yeah.
incredible because he got a translated, oh Jesus, now I'm gonna not quote this right, but he got a translated, not a manuscript, but like a summary from Sweden, talking about the charges and everything. And as far as Mark Dumont was concerned, he mentioned that what had happened was that it was a sexual crime, which is, oh geez, I want to make sure I'm using the right term here. Because Logan was charged, yes, with a sex crime, and also charged with the photographic half of it as well. He got off damn easy on those charges.
So it's the system in Sweden also.
System in Sweden,
gets to
and never
blame.
mind the fact that the chief of police of the town was also the
Yeah.
was also the athletic trainer for the fucking team that Logan Mayu
Yeah.
was playing for. So every step of this process was ruined to make accountability even remotely possible.
Yeah.
2-3 years later, here we are
Mhm.
now. Now, somebody that goes to bat for Logan Mayu, and I recall it happening on socials, would be Chantal Macherbe. She is all about Logan Mayu's, rehabilitation
Mhm.
and whatever system he moved through to get from point A to
Yeah.
today. What I am super curious to see is, will the Habs let him speak to
Yeah.
the press? Don't know.
Well, they have in the past.
Like, ugh.
Like when he first got drafted too.
Oh yeah, I mean, but ever since, shut, sealed case, thrown into the, because like we haven't heard anything from him, even from junior leagues, nothing.
Well, and I don't imagine that they will unless he's with the big club.
And yeah, I really wonder about.
I wouldn't imagine that would happen at all unless he's called up. And like, he's cleared to play, but isn't it up to these guys?
Oh yeah, but the thing is, like, I remember watching him at not the rookie camp, but the camp after the draft happened, and he was there. Kid can play. He can play. He has a shot. He probably had the best shot of all the rookies out there on the ice. Just vicious shot. With all that being said, I don't like that he's playing for the Habs. I don't like that he's playing hockey. I don't like that he was a first-round draft pick. All of that soils. It was such a terrible thing from the league, NHL, all the way down to the Habs.
Yeah.
Habs had to take a pile of shit and make it into the Statue of David. And that's not ever going to happen because no matter how great the shit looks, it's still a pile of shit. And that this will follow him for a long, long, long time.
And again, I
time.
wonder how he would have been treated had he not been drafted. Had it just been left at his sort of heartfelt letter of apology and contrition and, regret and all of that stuff, how it would have been treated.
Further to
Because
that,
you look at this other guy, this goalie that we got now. Nobody's saying
yeah.
shit about that guy.
Yeah, Mr. DeSmith. Yeah, he's a bit of a, likes to smack women around for whatever reason. Great, awesome, super, documented, reports on it.
But this is not alleged.
Oh no, I know.
So it's just like weird.
Oh no, it is damn strange.
I, for one, I'm not going to doubt his sincerity. And if he gets a second chance, I'm glad he's got a second chance because of his age. That being said, if he gets traded and he goes to another team, I'm not sad about it.
No, exactly. I was really hoping for that. And further to that, though, you mentioned if he hadn't been drafted, would he have access to the resources that the Habs gave him?
True.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I don't think the NHL would have had the right to give him anything if he denied it. So would he have been helped? It's such a...
Yeah.
do the bad thing, get rehabilitated. Hey, you have a fast track to the NHL being a first round pick. He got the leg up in a lot of ways. And
Mm,
the thing is, I know how the conversation will go about, how with the family of the woman that this had
Yeah.
happened to, et cetera, this, that, and the other thing. We're never going to know any of those details. And
No.
speculation at this point is kind of moot. I
Yeah.
think. So we can only see what he does. What character will he bring to the Habs organization moving forward?
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be one of the people that gets into the Rocket
Yeah.
for sure. And after that, probably hear him speak at times, but we'll have to see. We'll just have to
We
see how it
shall
works out.
see. Yeah. It's just such a burning ember.
Such a mess.
And if he
Tire
doesn't,
fire.
if he does get traded, I'm assure you he's not going to get as much shit
I really wonder.
as he would as a Hab.
Oh, I really wonder. That
Like
was
league-wide?
such a freaking. I can't believe how that. I'm actually wondering. Draft class 2020, right? Or was it 2021?
2021.
Yeah, I'm looking. Because I'm wondering who was the person that we drafted, who came out. Okay, Nolan Allen.
Or was it 2020? You're right.
No, 2021. I got it.
2021.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's some players from
God,
this draft.
the year 2020, 2023 is all just it's just all one year.
Oh, I know it. I'm with you.
Yeah. So
Wow.
when I went back, because I remember that I was just so kind of steamed and offended and angry. But when I went back later with some time, like behind me, and I read his letter, like these kids grow up to make the NHL. And I thought it was kind of a very mature letter that he wrote.
NHL should
But
have
then,
barred him, but no, they're like, no,
Yeah.
fuck it, he's fine. No, so what? He committed a crime in another country. Who fuck cares? He paid a fine, which was less than half of what it ought to have been with no time and.
Mhm.
Ugh. That kid got the purest white privilege treatment that you could possibly get
Yeah,
out of that whole situation.
for sure.
So here we are. And we'll just have to see what happens. When the fuck is actual training camp?
Doesn't it always kind of kick off with the golf tourney and then press day?
Oh my god, I just got a fucking article from 2013. Come on. Well, according to that article, it starts on September 12th.
Yeah, it's always like mid-September. I think that they've
Yeah.
evened out now, like regular, normal hockey days.
Yeah, we're finally back to a regular schedule. Though I think we start out on time.
That's what I mean,
Uh,
regular schedule.
Yeah. Let's see. Man, finding fucking info on this shit, man. Sportspedia. Ah, Jesus. Damn it. Jesus.
Damn it.
Can't find a goddamn thing. Anyway, sometime in September. Though we do know when the rookie tournament is. Prospects Challenge, I should say. And that is on September 15th to the 18th, which means the actual training camp for the Habs is probably immediately after that. So if they're talking, or if the last day of it is on the 18th, that would mean that, honestly, it would have to start on either the 19th, a Tuesday, which is weird, or that following weekend. Yeah, because then preseason starts.
Yeah,
in
because the
October.
golf tournament is on Mondays, isn't it? Is on a Monday.
Golf tournament?
Usually, the one that kicks off the season.
Yeah, the one that
It's
was
got a
today.
so different look now, hey? Like, there's no Jonathan Drouin, there's no Carey Price, there's no Shea Weber. I know that they've been gone for a while, but it's just so weird.
Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah.
It's like the team has gone through a lot of change in the past couple of years, like major change. I know
Oh,
Jeff
yeah.
Petrie.
And no Jeff Petrie. He's gone. See you later. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Look at all the shit that we got for Jeff Petrie. We got like 4 players, 3 draft picks. I'm kind of spouting numbers off the top of my head because I don't have them in front of me. But we got a lot for Jeff Petrie, and There's not a lot to him left now. Granted, watch him, OT winner against the Habs when he faced fucking Detroit this season. With Ben Sherratt. Watch Detroit
And
make
Ben
a cup run.
Sherratt.
Old school
The
defense.
Petrie is no Shea Weber.
Nope.
I was like reading with somebody who concurred with me about Jeff Petrie, and it was Big Bry, our buddy Big Bry from Osoyoos.
Big Bry.
He's doing well, by the way. There's it's a shit show over there with the forest fires.
Yeah, it's still
Um,
quite a thing.
Yeah, it's smoky down here now. That's
Mhm.
when you know that it's quite bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, the minute Jeff Petrie got more minutes or got promoted in the
Mhm.
lineup, he was shit.
Mhm.
That's my humble opinion.
Oh yeah, he
I always
wouldn't.
like
He
Big
shouldn't be
Bry
a
against
first
the
pairing guy. Shouldn't have been. He had
No.
sparks of it, but if he was a second pairing guy, he would have had a whole lot more longevity with the Habs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Shea Weber's leg, and
Yeah.
here we are now.
It was Shea Weber's entire body, apparently.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
cracks everywhere. What can you do? But yeah, there we are. That's all the
There we are.
Habs stuff.
Yep.
As far as I can tell. Let's see, what are we watching lately? Whole lot of stuff on my end came out. What have you been watching, Veronica?
Actually, I went down a rabbit hole the other night and I was looking for movies about, Deep South, like pre-civil rights kind of movies, like Mississippi Burning and everything like that. There's one that is called Ghosts of Mississippi.
Oh,
I got it on Apple TV Plus.
wait,
And
the movie?
a film.
Oh,
Now, this is Alec Baldwin,
mm,
plays an assistant DA. Whoopi Goldberg plays the wife of a civil rights activist who was murdered. It's based on a true story.
Oh,
This
yes.
whole story is based on a true story.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
That
as
was a major
film,
movie.
it could have been better as a film. Like I felt like, they're cutting scenes off too early, and they could have done a little more music or cinematography, or but I guess they were trying to fit in a lot of story. But I wanted to watch it through to the end. James fucking this guy, what's his name? Oh, the name is on the tip of my tongue. He plays the white supremacist who murdered the civil rights activist, James Woods.
Oh, yeah. Ain't that a fucking cast?
Exactly. And now he is a brilliant actor. He's a little bit fucked up politically. He's a little bit Scott Baio.
He's
But-
more than that. That guy is a
Well, I'm
piece
trying
of
to be
shit.
nice.
Yeah.
He's a very good actor, though.
Mhm.
And he was very convincing in this role as a white fucking supremacist. My point is that what's going on, at least what I see on the news today, going on in the United States, is not different at all from
No.
what was happening in this movie.
For
in-
4
It's
years.
like we're going backwards.
4 years. On this very podcast, I have said, even before Donald Trump was elected, that I will never go south of the Mason-Dixon. There's a reason.
No, me neither.
Because the
Mm-mm.
American South is a fucking shithole of, cousin fucking racists. That's it.
Apologies to our listeners in the American South.
I
We-
I understand that, but they know too.
Yeah, they do. Exactly.
It is
It was
Ugh.
actually very appalling. I can't think of specific instances right now, but it's just like, just the treatment and the way they talked. It wasn't very coded at all, just like what's happening now.
That movie came out in 1996.
And the trial, so he had a hung jury. He had a
Mhm.
mistrial his first time. The second time, Alec Baldwin tried him, and that was in 1994.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
the movie came out like right after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Whoopi was
Big
very
deal.
good in it. I love Whoopi.
I mean, I'm trying to think of there's another movie like Ghosts of Mississippi that I'm trying
Mississippi
to remember.
Burning with Gene Hackman.
Oh, was that it?
That is the one about the 4 college students who went down to fight for rights to vote
Mm-hmm.
for the black kids, and they got murdered.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
For
what
black
that was.
people. And they got
Frankly,
murdered.
that's probably not the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I want to say like shit. See, okay, I'm trying to find an actor here.
Like I watch a home renovation show called Hometown, and they're set in Mississippi, and it always seems so quaint and lovely. And I'm just like,
No.
no, that's
No, no,
fucking
no.
Mississippi, man. I
No,
would
no,
never buy
no.
a house there.
They fuck their cousins and they murder black people. I mean, there's no saving grace. Texas is on its own fucking electrical grid and it murders people because they can't handle it because they're like Texas all the way, you fucking backwards idiots. I have no love for the American South. The Civil War should have lost and they should have been a different country and they would have collapsed. And I would have been, haha, good. We saved a whole ton of federal money instead of wasting on those idiots. William H. Macy is in the movie I'm trying to think of, and
William
can't-
H. Macy.
I can't for the life of me follow
I think
it.
I've seen that one too.
I can't. Oh, that's Ghosts of Mississippi. Excuse me.
He's the detective.
Yeah,
He's the guy that goes around and does the recon for Alec Baldwin.
Detective Crisco. Okay,
Detective Crisco.
this was exactly what I was looking for. All right, that makes sense.
And then his wife doesn't even want him to represent like she's a horrible racist and she leaves him because he wants to try this case and get justice, which he, spoiler alert, did.
Yeah.
Otherwise I wouldn't have watched the entire fucking movie because it's too enraging.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a motherfucker. Yeah. Incredible movie, worth the watch.
You can bleep that if you want.
Hmm?
You can bleep that if you want, the spoiler.
Oh,
But the movie's from 1996.
come on, it's like Dumbledore died, guys. All right, Jesus, let's get over it here.
And he's gay.
Yeah, and gay, and Darth Vader's Luke's father.
Yeah.
There's that one. So there it is.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's his sister.
it's so yeah, and he kisses his sister. Talking about cousin fuckers. So the let's see. I was trying to think of something else. Oh no, it slipped my mind. That makes me so upset. What I was just trying to think of. I thought it was interesting. Damn, that's gonna make me upset.
Damn.
Oh, that makes me upset. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave it. So on streaming, what have I been watching? I finished the new seasons of Beavis and Butthead.
Are they still on?
They made 2 seasons of the show last year where
Wow.
they took Beavis and Butthead, you know, the kids, put them in today, and just, I don't know if you've ever watched a whole episode of Beavis
No,
and
I
Butthead.
cannot watch that
Oh
show.
my god. The episodes are kind of like, whatever, it's stupid stuff. But as interludes for each of the intermissions, they have Beavis and Butthead watching MTV at the time in the 90s, back when they did that,
Right.
and had music videos. And whatever music video came on, they would be critiquing the music video.
Yes.
And it is hilarious. I
They did that
love
back
it.
in the day.
I love it. So then they're doing the same thing with, you know, fucking music videos nowadays. And it's like, Olivia Rodriguez would be a shitty cheerleader. She's not even doing anything. She's just walking around bitching about shit that she can't control. I hate it. You know, it's just, and like, who's the freaking Harlow guy? What the hell's his name? Why is Jack Harlow in every music video? Why? He sucks. You know, just all stuff like that. But I think that my favorite one was they were listening to like K-pop, like whatever, maybe BTS or whatever that group is. And Butthead's like, what the hell is this? And Beavis says something like, well, you know, here's Wayne John and John Liu and or not John Liu. It would be amazing if he was on BTS. You know, he's prattling off Chinese names, and he's like, well, you know, they work together and they, you know, come up with all these dances and they sing them. And Butthead's looking at him like, Beavis, what the hell are you talking about? Do you know these guys? And Beavis like, no. I think this music sucks, but every once in a while I'm like, you know, get a groove, yeah. So Butthead leaves and Beavis just starts dancing to K-pop, and it's revealed that Beavis is like an underground K-pop fan.
Yeah.
Knows all about
On the
BTS.
down low.
So funny. But I think the best part that they do with it is that they do an alternate timeline, Beavis and Butthead, where the kids in the 90s grew up and they're middle-aged men today, still trying to navigate life. And it's, I love it.
I thought Beavis and Butthead were they children?
They were 15 years old in the
Oh
original
my
show.
God.
Like, yeah, they were like kids, like freshmen in, high school, just
Yeah.
causing mayhem. Let's go to the parking lot and break bottles. Yes!
God.
It is a fantastic show. Aside from that, I've been watching, what's been going, like a lot of shows came out like in the past week or two. Season 2 of Loki is coming out in October. That was announced. Foundation, for people that like sci-fi, that's on Apple TV Plus, going through a new season. Oh, major Star Wars announcement. Ahsoka, the live action starring Rosario Dawson, is streaming, which is surprisingly, unless I forgot something, a direct sequel from the Star Wars Rebels animated TV show. Interesting enough.
That's on
Weird.
Disney Plus, right?
That one's on Disney Plus, yes.
Yeah.
So Loki on Disney Plus, Foundation on Apple TV, Ahsoka on Disney. There was a show on Netflix called Ragnarok, which is kind of like a young adult version of Norse mythology. If it happened today, I'm smitten by it. Third season starting soon. And then Invasion, also on Apple TV Plus. I like it because it's like Independence Day, but doesn't suck. Not saying Independence Day
Awesome.
sucked, but it's like more like 8 people from around the world are dealing with this catastrophe, and it's like
Yeah.
different cultures, languages. It's pretty cool.
I saw the trailer for that one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cancel my Netflix. I'm watching the end of Cobra Kai and then I'm fucking canceling it.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're
Don't
not
think
putting
about it.
anything new on there is always old.
Yeah.
And also like they're like completely filling their content with foreign films. And they don't say that it's a foreign language film. So
Mhm.
you click on it and like I like to listen in the original language.
Yeah.
But like it's not something that I can have on and look away from because I've got to read the subtitle. Anyway, they're just
Yeah.
filling it all up with all of this stuff that they did not have previously. A lot of it is really good. I saw a detective procedural about a Danish one that was really good.
Mhm.
I can't remember what it was called, but it's just like, yeah. And I looked at my fucking bill. I'm paying $23 a month.
Oh yeah.
And I took my kids off it. So it's not the family one anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a pretty heavy bill compared
Yeah.
to like other streaming services. Hulu's,
Yeah.
at
Apple
least in
TV,
US
way
dollars,
better.
Hulu's like $14.99. Apple TV Plus, I have a package with all my Apple shit,
Way
and
better.
it's so much
Yeah.
better stuff now. Now, do have to keep in mind, and we are past time, but we do have to keep in mind that the writer's strike is definitely affecting this.
Well, now it's starting to, yes.
Because next year, don't expect any movies to come out.
It was like the writer's strike in the 90s or early 2000s.
Early 2000s, because
Yeah,
I am
but it
I
was
am
just like-
convinced that Battlestar Galactica in the early 2000s was ruined because of the writer's strike. The last
And
2
The
seasons
Sopranos?
were awful. Yes, and The Sopranos.
The Sopranos got ruined.
It.
And that's when reality TV became huge,
Oh,
so-called
yeah.
reality TV.
Yep. So now this
All
is why we
cultures.
have Jersey Shore and Love
Ew.
Island and shit like that. Which my mother tried to get me on Big Brother once, and
On
I
the
would have
show?
been fantastic.
Oh my God, you would have been amazing.
Imagine me 18 or 19 years old, and mom's like, go in Big Brother. I'm like, okay. Don't really fit in here,
That
Ma.
was an amazing TV. Oh my God.
Oh, it would have been great. Maybe I'll try again. Who's this guy in his late 30s in Big Brother? Sorry, guys, I don't want to party, so
He's the big brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for today, for this
Okay.
week. That's all we have. Remember, the Club 1909 code is hockey. We'll be
Hockey.
back next week, I'm pretty sure. And that's it. So, bye, everybody. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening. Bye.